Hi everyone, Nathan from Buyers Club here. Welcome back. Today we are taking a look at Dubbo in New South Wales, which is emerging as a really strong option in regional New South Wales, having already posted over 10% growth in the past year, with house prices now climbing up into the mid 700K range. And if we look at the price history here, you can really see that the market began to enter a new phase of growth around 2020, which came off the back of about 2 years of relatively flat prices below $400,000. And then again, more recently, the market encountered some resistance around the $600,000 mark, essentially holding steady at that level from late 2022 into 2024, before finally breaking through and beginning to grow quite rapidly towards mid 700K, which is where we're at today. And this becomes very obvious when we take a look at the rate of change of price growth over time. We're looking here at the level of monthly price growth averaged across two timeframes. There is a rolling 3 monthly average in the yellow and an annual rolling average in the grey. You can see that since 2010, Dubbo has twice dipped into brief price contractions, once in 2019 and then again in 2023. And growth also topped out at just over 2% a month back in late 2021. But now, since 2024, the level of growth has been in pretty consistent acceleration. And over time, this is an area that has really grown significantly in terms of market activity over time. This chart is looking at the share of property sales in New South Wales that have happened in Dubbo over time. Back in 2010, only 0.5% of the state's property transactions were taking place in Dubbo. Now, though, that figure has settled at around 1.2 to 1.3%, which is a huge increase over time and really signals a strong rise in popularity and prominence over time for the property market in Dubbo. And inventory is similarly strong. This is a measure of how much stock is currently on the market relative to current levels of purchasing demand. You can see over the past year that there has been only about 1 month's worth of inventory available at any given moment. And more recently, this has tightened even further in early 2026. If we look at the rental market too, vacancy rates have also declined significantly. They're down from about 1.8% last year and are quickly heading towards a level below 1%. So there's some really strong signs at the moment looking at current market data and measures of current supply and demand in the property market. If we look outside of the property market too, though, the economic climate looks relatively positive in terms of economic growth. Firstly, Dubbo's regional output growth has essentially matched the state benchmarks for annual economic growth over the past few years. Although in 2021 it was substantially higher than New South Wales, but for the last 3 years or so, it's been about on par. Unemployment compared to the state level is one area that Dubbo has been really strong in. You can see that since early 2023, Dubbo's unemployment level really began to tighten while New South Wales was sort of loosening a little bit. And Dubbo's unemployment rate is now maintaining about a 1% gap from the unemployment rate across the state. So it's a really strong sign for the health of the local economy there. Furthermore, household income growth has been exceptional across the last two census periods. Dubbo's household income grew on average by 28.79%, compared to just 23.08% for New South Wales. And obviously, this data is a little bit older now, so it'll be great to see if this strong trend continues after this year's census. But we know from research that household income growth is often one of the single best predictors of property market performance. So this is definitely an excellent sign for the Dubbo market moving forward. That's it for this video, though. That's some of the highlights from our recent report and research looking at Dubbo. Let us know your thoughts on Dubbo in the comments, though, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.